All right, so this is a legendary moment right here. We're at the BET Awards, 25 years, and we have Amerie sitting here with us, and we have Money Long. I love to see y'all together, by the way.
Yes.
Hey!
So amazing. She invited me to share the stage with her at Coachella.
Which was amazing.
It was very amazing of you. And
Did you have a fan, a tiny desk blowing your hair?
You know,
I was like,
We were talking about that. We saw the fan. I saw the fan.
There's a story with that. I have a story.
Talk in the mic.
Okay, I have a story with that.
Okay.
So we couldn't really have a fan. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, how about plug the mic in? That's great. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you.
So, Money, you asked Amerie.
So I saw you talked about coming out on
Yes.
Coachella set with me.
Yes.
You
I
did one
love to
thing.
see that.
Yes.
And then you did Tiny Desk, and you had a fan. I
fan.
saw the hair.
So, because I had asked for a fan, because I was like, the hair's the co-star. So they were like, yeah, but it's loud. And so they were like, it can't really be up. And I was like, okay, that's understandable. So he was like, there was one already down there. I said, I see it. He was like, yeah, it's fine for us to blow, for, keep people cool. And I was like, but I need my hair, though. But I was like, so it can be on, it's okay? He was like, yeah, that's fine. So I had, like, my foot. I kind of, like, used my foot. And I was like, okay, let me just angle that up a little bit just for a touch.
One thing people don't know about Amerie, maybe you don't know, but I got to experience firsthand. She does not play about that rehearsal. She be in that mirror. She's like, I think we just need to, like, when you dip down and then give me a little jump, When I'm telling you, she was in there sweating. I'm like, wow. This is the reason why she's still here.
Right.
And I saw your hair blowing, but I didn't see the fan though, Ange. And I was like,
No,
does
that
she
fan
have a
was
fan?
down.
No, everybody asked that. They
We wanted that down. And it's funny because I was trying to get it. I was like, let's practice with this thing. And they were like, all right, but I couldn't see it. So I was like, I just like had to feel it. And I was like, what is it? Is the hair doing too much?
No,
is
it
not
was
doing
just
enough?
giving
What is it doing? They were like, it's good.
Superhero.
Yeah, I was like, it was literally like this.
Well,
My foot going.
I just want to say,
Into
y'all are both
position.
so fly. And Money Long, I want to ask you about this whole initiative that you're doing with songwriters, and why that is something that is important to you. Because, like you said, this is you talked about Amerie and her professionalism, and that's why she's here today. But the business aspect too.
Yeah, I mean, publishing is very tricky. I'm still learning. There's so many things every day that you only understand through experience. And to be honest, I feel like that's the downfall of a lot of brown creatives, a lot of I don't even know how to say it, but like understanding publishing is the key to having longevity.
Okay.
It's not just songs on the radio, streaming. There's licensings and syncs and TV, movies, film. There's theme songs. There's so many jingles. There's things that you can do to put money in your pocket and survive and create, a livable income. Streaming is not it, but that's where everybody.
So it's really in publishing.
Yes, but
if you do it
streaming
right.
is so new, and it's the Wild Wild West still right now, and we can't have a union as songwriters.
Right.
But we can build an army, and that's what I said is like, if everybody is fighting together for the same cause, if we are all making informed decisions and we all know what we're talking about,
Right.
they can't trick you. You have rights.
I think people don't know too that like Money is like she's a songwriter.
Yeah.
So she's not just coming from it like, oh, I'm an artist and I write a little thing.
was a
She's
songwriter
she's
first.
a songwriter first, so
Yeah.
she understands like the business and understanding what the artistry is and the business perspective as well.
And the power behind the copyright, right? That's property. That's real property. It's like real estate, right?
Yeah.
So like the thing with land is that you can't make any more.
That's it.
I mean, you can. They did it in Dubai, but
right.
but like it lasts forever, and so there's power in that when you make something there's a difference between writing a song and writing a copyright.
Okay.
A copyright
Okay.
is I will always love you.
Oh,
It's my heart will go on, and so I believe I can fly.
Okay.
When you
Okay.
can do that,
Then you really.
you got power.
And we
What-
always
what-
hear about people selling their publishing, X, Y, and Z, but sometimes those numbers, like, explain that and break it down, because people act like it's a bad thing, but I'm trying to figure out, like, tapping into being able to get access to cash on hand to do other things. Maybe that is a real thing. You get your publishing back. Like, I don't even understand it all.
It's like I hate to. I don't want to like say the wrong thing because I'm not a lawyer and I'm definitely not a publisher.
But
I
you're
don't want to give legal
from
advice.
your experience.
You want to be able to move those assets around to benefit you. So like there's the master side, there's the PRO, which is royalties, performance royalties, mechanicals. That has to do with publishing. Then there's your actual publishing rights, your rights to your performance, like your name, likeness. There's all these things that you can license, lease, sell.
It sounds
if
like
you
real.
need to.
Sounds like real estate.
Yes.
It
it
is,
is.
right?
Can I ask?
Amy
you,
Marie's like, my sister's a lawyer, so she knows.
she is.
Yeah, Angela's my.
Yeah,
she's
so
an
if I really
entertainment
needed
lawyer.
to, I could take one song and be like, hey, I want to sell a piece of this, but that's deep. That you're getting deep when you do that.
Look, I used
Are
to
you
work for
talking
Now
about selling your catalog, or like you're talking about strictly on the songwriting? And
You can do one song. You can do the catalog. You can do a portion of. You
Now
can,
Raj just literally wrote "We Are Family," and he's like, he makes so much money off of that one song.
That's a huge
know,
song too.
Yeah,
you don't ever want to sell because
Yeah.
legacy is important, and like the longer you own your stuff, the more you can, I guess, leverage against it.
Also, it's like it really is real
And your
estate.
estate, right? Part of your estate. I mean, Money knows
Yeah.
a lot more about this than I do. Like, 'cause
I
she
think it's also
started
like
with
the
that.
data. So like when other people start getting up in your business and seeing how much you bring in month over month, it gets harder to negotiate. You know, because it's like
okay.
it's a game of chance a little bit too.
Uh-huh.
right.
You got to strike while the iron is hot.
Can I ask you this? What song have you made the most money from that you wrote? Or
Hours
is
and
it-
hours, my own music.
Period.
Wow.
My
Yeah.
own music. I was
Okay.
in
But
a-
I also
and-
have the most ownership in that too.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
why.
And that was the song that really was like, look, that's like the, but you know,
I love that song.
Thank
well, we all
you.
do.
To this
clearly.
day, to
yeah.
this
Thank you
day.
to this day.
that is the song that when that come on, everybody remember who they was with.
Because when you laughed, I was like, "There's a story there.
Uh-huh.
There's a story there, Angie. I see it."
But money and then revenge. You know, that's another thing that people can relate to at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
You know, what kind of space are you in now?
I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for every opportunity. I'm very happy to just still be like in the number, to go through so much and to still be positive and want to choose love and light and not blame people for, you know, the things that they do. People gonna people, and I'm just grateful. Like I feel like I'm in a maturing stage, like growing pains, and there's something beautiful on the other side of it. I'm super grateful to just be able to like take a deep breath.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
I want to say, because being in a space of where you are accomplished, you're in this, you know, a certain zone, somebody got to match that.
Yeah, I'm not even focused on nobody else. Let's be honest. Like I'm
but
selfish
that's
right
but
now.
that's when it happens.
Yeah.
That is how. That's what
Yeah,
I said.
because
Oh, God.
Amy Marie been locked in for a long time.
I was,
Ooh.
but not now.
What?
Oh.
What happened? You're
I
not.
didn't
You're
know.
separate.
Oh,
We missed
Okay,
that memo.
I didn't
All
know.
right.
No,
Okay.
because everyone didn't know that. I think this is
Okay.
the only. I only mentioned it with Joe.
Right.
And I told him about it. We talked about it. It came up inadvertently.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh yeah, but we're going through the divorce, but it's been separated since 2023.
Okay.
So yeah.
It takes a short time to get married and a long time to get divorced. That's
So
what
that's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Are
And
you
it's
looking
look-
forward to? I know you're going through something now. Are you looking forward to later on dating?
Well, it's
and-
been a couple of years since
Okay.
we've been separated.
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
be real.
Yeah.
So are you looking forward to dating?
You know, that's interesting because I was trying to figure out like the date, like what. I talked about that before too. Like dating, it's like being like here. Like it depends. Like, how are we defining dating?
I don't know.
what?
Just like
I-
going on dates, like
Maybe going on
Going
dates.
out to eat.
Dating is actually
Just
physically
talk-
going.
why do we have to do that? Why
Okay.
can't we just decide we want to go to Milan and just go? Like, why do we have to
can-
be
we can do
with
that.
I like that.
a person?
We
like,
can do
what-
that.
Before
No,
I
yeah,
before
yeah.
I had any type of relationship, I was traveling. I was outside. I was going
you
to
felt
Paris
like
to
you
buy
did
Louis
less
Vuitton.
when you were in a relationship.
I felt like
or-
yes. It was like you trying to keep me in the house. No, baby, I want to go outside. You know, I traveled. I did things.
Right.
You know, I was in Paris smoking cigarettes. I want to be a model. Like,
Yes.
why?
Smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, just like, let me
You don't
try
even
that.
smoke cigarettes.
I just wanted to try it. Just to, you know,
Yeah.
and just living life. Like,
Okay.
I think that's what I think
it
y'all need to
depends.
live. Like, let's live.
Okay.
And find someone who likes to watch you do that.
I think that's a key too. Like I didn't feel like I was trapped in, and that didn't change. Like I still was like myself. But I think it is important to, you know, when people get all the relationships we have, I believe that we have them for we're supposed to learn something, and so like it's everything's a blessing. Like every experience,
Yeah.
Season,
you're learning
season,
something.
lifetime. too.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
learning something. That's everything. So I don't believe in like placeholders or people like, oh, it's just everything's a lesson, to help you grow. But I think one thing that's important too is to remember like you want to find someone that you can amplify, that amplifies you. Because there's sometimes, and this is not necessarily my situation, but when I really started looking at it, when I started thinking about how people pair off and like what that is and you can be with someone that's where you kind of stay the same. You can be with someone that can dim your light, and maybe you dim their light.
Right.
You can be with someone who amplifies you and who you amplify. And I think that would be like the ideal. If you're with
Someone who's excited about life.
in the way that you're excited. Because think about it. If you're like, I want to go to Paris, I want to do that, but someone's like, I kind of want to be more like at home and I want to do that thing, that is amazing for them to find someone who also wants that.
Who wants to
Right.
stay
You know what I'm
home.
saying?
Yeah.
And then for you to be like, I want to do this
Get
thing,
your
and I'm
little
kind of
boring
like
partner.
here.
Or you could do
No, I'm
that
kidding,
and then
I'm
I'll
kidding.
see you when I get back.
That too. But then sometimes then when you're doing the thing and you don't actually experience things together. Like,
Yeah.
like to me, if you like to dance, this is like a metaphor.
Oh, yeah,
kinda.
no, that sucks.
You want to dance, you want someone out there who's dancing with
Right.
you on that floor, and you want someone who can dance with you through life. But if you're the person who's like, I don't want to dance, I want to sit in this corner and like nibble food and people watch, find that person who's going to sit in that corner with you and people watch, and that's
Or
what
be
they wanna
okay with
do.
you dancing with someone else.
Or, well,
Oh,
no, because
excuse me.
girl.
I'm just saying, at the end of the day,
healthy
the day gotta
support.
end.
But you know what I think?
Would you find
all of
someone
that is a
that's
journey
matched
of you
with
learning
you?
about yourself too. 'Cause
Yes.
it's not a mistake. It's always like, okay, what did I learn from
It's a
this?
lesson.
Exactly.
Yes.
As well. And you also did get married kind of young, Amerie. Like you were.
How
Did
old
I?
are you?
She said, "Did I?"
I feel like
kind of waited a bit. What?
I mean, you were with him though for.
We were together for 19 years.
Yeah, that so
Oh, wow.
that
That's a
yeah.
long
So
time.
you
Well,
were locked in for a while.
Yeah, locked in for quite a while. Most
Yeah.
of my adult life.
Yeah. So sometimes like people change too. You know.
That
from,
is true.
all
And you
the
know what?
time,
Women
yeah.
often, it's not, this is kind of a general statement, but y'all tell me what you think about this. But they do say, and I wonder if this is true. Women change a lot. Men tend to stay more the same. They change, but I don't know. It's like someone said, women get married hoping that the man will change. Men get married hoping she will not.
Okay.
That's
I don't,
scary.
I don't know if
Wow.
that's not really my situation.
That felt like a bar right
but
there.
Yeah.
Or a song.
you know, a little something. I just think it's important, basically, like life. There's so much richness in life, and we're here to experience stuff. But I think it is amazing when you can have someone to share those things with.
Yes. Yes.
When
yes.
when it's time, when it's what you want. I think the important thing is finding the right person, the right partner with you in life. Because I say all the time, the person that you pick as your like life partner, you're gonna marry, or whoever it is that you're like, we're locked in on this little boat and we're going through life. That is the most important decision you can make. It's more important than anything else because that's literally your wake up, your midday, your I got problems, I need to talk to somebody, your it's time to go to sleep.
Your bestie.
That is literally
Bestie
what
boo.
your energy and your life is gonna be. So if it's not right, that means like literally your life from like morning to night is not right.
Okay.
And money long,
You know?
and for you, even for you to be able to write music about your experience, that's therapy right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, they don't be liking it, but
But
what
it's
Cat Williams say? If you
When
want
you-
me to say something nice, perhaps you should have treated me better.
right when you
that's
date a songwriter.
But everything is not based off of real life experiences. Sometimes it just sounds good in a song.
Right.
Do you-
it's for the story.
Yeah.
When it's something that is personal, do you run it by that person first?
No.
No, I mean,
Okay.
I ain't run.
No, she
I will
don't.
consider how you
But
feel.
you're cognizant of it though. You are cognizant of it, I think. Right. Sometimes she said,
But listen,
I don't know. But you got to put it in the art.
yeah,
you
like,
gotta
this
put
is
it-
my
yeah,
you gotta
experience.
put
This is
it
my
in there.
perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes it relatable though, for sure.
You got to put it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think also like it touches other people, and that's nice. Like when you know something happened to me, but other people will be able to relate to the experience that I had. Why not put something out about it? Because
I think that's what people like. Artists are describing the human experience. They're describing the inner workings of like love and heartbreak and creating atmosphere and setting the tone. And I think as a person who's partnered with an artist or an architect of culture and human experience, you gotta know that that's gonna happen.
Would you want to date a you?
No,
Like someone who's okay, yeah, I was like a male artist who also is like really writing and
that's not for me.
You're like, oh my god.
Mm-mm. I need someone to be all about
y'all
me.
be doing
and
diss
just, like,
songs when you mad, but then love songs when you're happy.
Money.
Oh, why you
Okay,
talking about that?
be
Why'd you
it-
say the thing in the song and then everybody knows it was the thing that we were talking about? Like that.
No, I wouldn't be mad. I just couldn't do it. I'd be like, okay, bet.
Bet it's on.
I got you.
Because let me tell you,
Don't
my
worry.
pen. You be like my
I
pen.
bet you won't do it again.
But listen, we're starting these off with talking about a celebration because it is the 25th anniversary for BET Awards. So I want to ask both of you, Money Long, what are you celebrating about you? We want you to tell us something about yourself that you want to celebrate, because sometimes we don't give ourselves the credit we deserve.
I want to celebrate everything that I've been able to do over the last few years, over a 17-year career of like being in this industry, being able to stick around. I don't think I've ever really celebrated and just been like, damn girl, you know, especially like since 2018, I've been dealing with something called Klebsiella pneumonia, which is like I only have one lung, basically. Singing and winning Grammys for vocal performance with one lung. And it's just like, poor girl, you know, she's going through so much. And you're still winning, and you're still doing it with a smile. And so I pat myself on the back for like not giving up and continuing to show up.
And not just show up, but shine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just show up, but you out there. Amerie, what about you?
Thriving.
What do you want to say about yourself to celebrate Amerie?
I can be very critical, so it is very hard to like celebrate things because usually I'm always just like a super harsh critic. But I think what I'm celebrating is I really feel like I'm able to see. I always was like this to an extent, but I'm really happy that now I can quickly see, even when there are bad times or when there are moments that are not great, I can see kind of like the greater purpose in it and have gratitude for that. So like if something's happening and this is not really great, it's not really cool, but I'm like, you know what, but I'm learning something. And this is actually like, so I don't want to ask like, well, why is this happening? It's just like, okay, yeah, what am I supposed to learn from this? How do I grow? And then when you see things from that perspective, it's like, oh, wow, thank you for that. Whether it was the person's intention or not, maybe their intention is just to be a hater, but it's like, and even that's even their journey.
Right.
Because it's also reflection. So if they're just doing something and you feel like they're being negative towards you, it's just because they've got some other things that are going on and you guys are just intersecting, right? So it's like, hey, they're on their journey, they got something to learn, and they in turn taught you something. Because if we all just walked around and had no opposition, we had no,
Right.
I don't want to
La
even
la
say,
land.
it's not even really opposition because I believe we create our existence. So those are our lessons. But if you just had nothing going on, how would you ever grow? How would you ever learn? And so that means even when someone's giving you something you don't want, they're giving you the lesson you need. And for that, on a spiritual level, you should be grateful for that.
That's alchemy.
Yes.
I love that.
Transmuting that energy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
Yes.
I can do that now in a matter of seconds now. I mean, before it might take me half a day or a day. And I'd be sitting in that. And I'm like, now it's like a few seconds and I'm like, boop, thank you. And you release that and you
That's
move
amazing.
on.
Listen, and speaking of that, I know you have your book club. And Money Long, didn't your mother write a book?
She did. It's called
wow.
Private Talk.
I feel like there's a little link right there for the book
Yeah,
club.
I'm very,
for
very proud of her for that. She's been wanting to do that for a long time, yeah.
So tell me what that, like, tell us about that.
So she is very much like some, I would say like Sister Soldier, Tyler Perry type, juicy drama, trauma. Yeah, we have to have her come talk about it.
It's fiction, right?
Listen.
It's fiction.
Uh-huh.
It's based off of characters from my hometown. I think she put my grandparents in it as well.
I love that.
There's a main character called Misha. I started reading. I was like, Mama, what you got going on? Where are you?
But
come
all
up
of
with
the
this?
characters are fictional. And none
Yeah,
of
the characters
no
are fictional.
likenesses to any real persons or events.
It's a love story. It's called Private Talk. S. Joyce Smith.
Okay.
That's
See, guys, I'm saying
amazing.
Amerie has a book club.
I know.
so
and I have
you
a book coming out on Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh,
But you already have a children's book.
My children's book already came out.
Uh-huh.
It's called You Will Do Great
I have
Things.
that.
Yeah.
And then I have a novel coming out called This Is Not a Ghost Story.
Okay.
And that's about That's about a black man who comes from the other side, and he's like, he comes back and he has to figure out why he's here. And during that time, he meets like an aspiring actress, a publicist, a boy psychic, and they have to figure out why they're linked. And he has to figure out how to get back.
You are a true artist.
I love this.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Amazing.
seeing all of this. Money Long, what would your
So it
book?
might be a TV show, but we just, we're seeing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I do.
If you had a book about your life, what would it be called?
I don't know. I started like 4 books and I never finished them. Yeah,
That's amazing.
She's a writer at heart, for real.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
love
it is.
that.
Because when I sit down to write, I'll be up for like 5 hours writing, and I'm like, no, I got stuff to do in the morning. It would have to be. I would have to like
talk
go
about
somewhere.
that. I want to hear more about these.
I have several books.
I
I'll
want to
share
hear
them with
more
you. I don't
about.
mind.
Yeah, I would love to hear more about this. Like,
For anybody who thought that the industry was full of fake ass people, look what we got here. Some real ass ladies.
Real give up.
You know what I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to. But yes, real ass. Okay,
love
but
that.
I appreciate both of you so much. You know how much I love both of you, Money Long.
Thank you for
and
always
Marie.
inviting us to come sit.
Yes,
And talk.
thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
having
showing
us.
up because listen, this means a lot to me.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you.
no, of course.
Thank you
You
guys.
had to be here, and
had
I
to be
really
here.
no because we gotta support. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? We gotta support each other. Like even just I think I was talking to someone about this recently about like we have artists, but then you want to make sure you extend that support to like who's your accountant, who's your legal,
Yep,
who's your
yep.
team, who's the marketing, who's
Can't do it
who are you
alone.
working with in media. Like we have so much, especially if we're just talking specifically about Black people, right?
Yeah.
We create so much culture that goes around the world, and we can't just be the athletes. We can't just be, our strength can't just rely in front of the camera, like
Yep.
the athletes and then the entertainers. We have to be able to bring that and spread it all across all the tiers.
Yep.
That's what Tyler was saying last night.
That's
Tyler
part of our
Perry at the dinner.
responsibility.
We gotta keep it alive.
And Money, you are taking that responsibility on too. So I appreciate that. Make sure y'all go follow what you have going on for everybody to know. There's no union.
There's
but
no
we can-
songwriter union, but we can create an army. Songwritersforum.live. I'll be doing live consultations also on my TikTok 5-minute consults.
that.
Yeah, Money has a great TikTok.
Listen,
She's great on TikTok.
Money
Oh,
Long.
God, let's
be
not get
making-
started on
I gotta
TikTok.
get better.
Yeah, you be making headlines, baby.
I'll
Yes.
be minding my Black business.
Okay. All right. You say so. All right.
But you know what I like about her is she's so passionate. She'll say something, people say something, then she come back and
She gonna stand 10
clarify.
toes down.
Yeah, she's gonna come back and
Yeah.
re-clarify.
But the thing about it is,
I give up. I give up.
But the thing about it is
And then
that
you
she
give up.
really cares about people
Yeah.
because what you're doing and the things that you're doing is not. You don't have to do that. You don't have to spread
Yeah.
the knowledge. You
I
don't have
really be
share
trying
the
to get the information and come back and share, and then you ask me a question, I answer, and you don't listen, and that be pissing me off.
Well, but you know what?
But-
we have to allow people
Yeah.
to come to everything in their own time.
Yep.
And when they're ready for it.
Yeah.
Because
She's
one
so
day
nice.
they'll come back.
She's not wrong though.
People
but still-
literally be posting a clip with all the information, and then people will ask a question in the comment. under
But
the
what
clip.
about oranges? Like,
No,
oh
it
my
happens. You'll be
God.
like, I have a book out anywhere books are sold. Wait, so can I get this on Amazon?
You'd be like,
Anywhere
I just
books are
said.
sold. Can I get it at Barnes and Noble? Anywhere books are sold.
You're right, exactly.
Patience, my child,
But you get
patience.
the love.
Yep.
You get it.
Well, thank you, and I'm so glad that we all had a chance to talk. This was fun.
Yes,
I like
super
this.
fun.
All right, it's way up. That was so cute.